the differential is already cooled down. I can continue working on it. In the meanwhile, I had the chance to buy some new seals for these sleeves, which are for the axles on the side of the differential. Each side of course has one, and this seal is over here inside. I bought two for each side, and on top of that I bought some O-rings that are in the inner side of the sleeve over here. I have purposely took this one out just to show you where this is sitting, so now I can start replacing this and begin to assemble the differential as well. I have one more step, but this is not major. It is time consuming. The idea is that I have to make a new gasket for this lid over here because I didn't bought one, and I will need some new gasket to replace the old one. And the new seals are installed. These are the old ones I took out of the sleeves, and these are the old O-rings as well. I had some problems taking the axles out of the differential, but now they are out and everything seems to be okay, at least for now. We'll see. The differential is assembled as well, and I took the time. The sleeves were ready. I took the time and made myself a gasket. We'll see if this is gonna fit onto the casing. So the new O-rings are in place. As I mentioned, the new seal is in place as well on each side. So let's start assembling the differential finally and get it back inside of the car. So I assembled the differential and I used the opportunity and filled it with oil. There are no visible leaks at the moment, at least I don't see one. I actually just now was able to see if everything is okay with this thing, and apparently I don't know if it was like this. I'm doubting that because I didn't check it before I disassembled it. I just disassembled this thing and started working on it. But now I decided that it's gonna be a good idea for me to just spin it once or twice to see if everything is okay. And I think that there is something wrong. Probably I have overwelded this thing because in some situations when some details are welded and if you overheat the item that you are welding and you add way too much material or something, it may get some sort of a warp. And I think that I used way too much material. I wanted to make sure that everything is gonna be okay, but in my case it is this spot. You can see how difficult it is for me to start this from this position. Once it goes smooth, and once I get to this position, it just stops for a moment and it goes again. There is something, it's not major because you can see that with some effort it's not a big deal, but there is certainly something that it holds this, and I think that I have probably warped the differential. I'm not sure, I wasn't able to see anything wrong with it. As you saw, I used the axles, they were inside of the differential the whole time just in case, to keep everything straight and aligned. I removed the gear, the big gear that was on the differential, and I don't know if I have made something wrong or I have assembled something wrong, but there is this slight hiccup over here. It's not a big deal, but you can see how just stops for a second. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. And now I'm gonna take this and install it back on the car so I can finish with the other stuff around the engine, and I can't wait to get this out of here and test it. So let's get back to work.